Welcome back to Showcase Pittsburgh. I'm your host, John Klein, and right now let's welcome Michael J. O'Connor of Michael J. O'Connor and Associates, who will help you with your legal problems. Welcome to Showcase Pittsburgh, Michael.
Thank you. Welcome.
So right out of the gate, your law firm specializes in workers' comp cases.
Right.
Why did you decide to specialize in that?
Well, the thing is that I come from a labor background. My father was a union member, worked for Alcoa for about 35 years, and he was a vice president of the local. And my grandfathers were United Mine Workers, both of them. And we just feel like it's a vocation for us to be able to give back to those people who work hard and make this country run, and we're able to help them when they get hurt.
There's a big thing right now, obviously, with the economy and people losing jobs, and there's a new thing now with somebody loses a job and they're already injured, and we were talking about this. This is a whole new world.
It's a big thing because what you want to do is if you do get hurt at work, the most important thing right now is to be able to say that, you report it to your employer, say that you got hurt, and tell them that you got hurt, and then from that point, the main thing is to get medical treatment. Now, what happens, unfortunately, a lot of time is that the employer sends you back to light-duty work, and that's something that they have the right to do if it's available and if it falls within your doctor's restrictions. But one of the problems that we were seeing is that if for some reason you're working a light-duty job, and let's say the economic impact hits your employer and you get laid off, now what happens? And now all of a sudden you're in a situation where, what do you do? I mean, do you collect unemployment compensation or do you collect workers' comp? And one of the things that we found is that, one thing we know is that if you collect workers' compensation, it's not taxable for income tax purposes, where unemployment compensation is. So it's very important to be able to make your options known and see whether or not you qualify for workers' comp or do you qualify for unemployment. But if you have that choice or you have the option, you're always better off going for workers' compensation because of the no employment taxes.
So this is a big decision. So if you're working on your job, you get injured, and then you get laid off or lose your job, you have to know where to go and hire the right person to show you the direction.
You definitely need advice because, I mean, you might not only need legal advice, but you might need tax advice because of the situation that you might be in or that your spouse might be in. But the main thing is that if you do get laid off, it's very important to be able to, get that advice to make sure you're making the right decision because, like I said, workers' compensation has certain benefits with it. I mean, one is lost wage. That's the first component of workers' comp, and the other one is your medical benefits.
Well, let's talk about that. There are some different benefits that are involved. It's not just one thing. Tell us about the different benefits.
Well, the main thing is in workers' comp is that you're able to get your lost wage benefits, and that's especially if you're out of work more than 7 days. You can go and you can apply for for lost wages, but if you're hurt at work, you should definitely qualify for medical treatment. And that's something that is the other right that you get from workers' compensation. So unfortunately, unlike personal injury, there's no pain and suffering in workers' compensation. So you get your lost wages and you get your medical benefits. And as long as you're getting those, then you're in pretty good shape. If you got denied those benefits, well, then that's when you might want to see a lawyer to be able to take care of that and hopefully get you back on track to get those benefits.
Let's talk about specific loss injuries.
Yes.
What is a specific loss injury and how is that coming up front and center in what you do?
Well, specific loss injuries, I mean, it could be, we've seen amputations. I mean, that could be a specific loss. It could be loss of use of an arm or a leg or those type of things. And basically, there's a schedule that pays those benefits out. And the state has set forth a certain amount of weeks that you get if you suffer one of those injuries. And we're able to help you with that and be able to determine what you're actually entitled to and what you can't collect.
Do doctors help in this, or if somebody needs information, there are a lot of things that they need to know. You have all the answers.
Well, the doctor is the most important part of this whole equation because the most important thing you want to do is you want to get better. I mean, you get hurt at work and you go to the doctor and you want to make sure that doctor is giving you the best treatment, and that's why workers' comp lets you go to a doctor, but the first doctor is of their choosing for the first 90 days, but you can go to your own. But you have to get medical treatment because the doctor is going to be able to have to give an opinion to the employer or to the judge saying, are you disabled from work? I mean, is this injury related to work and are you not capable of working? So the relationship with the doctor is very, very important in this whole equation. And you know, I would say the doctor's opinion is probably 90% of workers' compensation.
Let's talk about Social Security too.
Yes.
You can also pick up some benefits from Social Security, is that correct?
Yes, you can. And the thing is that in Pennsylvania, there's an offset with workers' compensation and Social Security. So you have to know that if you do get Social Security disability, there is an offset there that you might not get the full benefit because you might get your full workers' comp benefit. You might only get a partial benefit under Social Security disability, but that's another benefit you can get if you're injured. I mean, but the beauty with Social Security disability is not if you got injured at work, it could be injured anywhere. It's a certain disability where you cannot work, and basically it's an insurance that you pay every week or every 2 weeks when you get your pay. It's an insurance you pay for, you know, in case that happens where you aren't able to work, you're able to collect this benefit from the federal government as opposed to your employer, which was workers' compensation.
If somebody watching right now is thinking, I have to get a hold of Michael, how can they do that?
Get a hold of us at 1-800-518-4LAW, you know, and we'll be there to answer your phone calls. Or we have a website, it's o'connorlaw.com. And we'll be able to, and there's a questionnaire part where you could submit a question to us, and we'll be happy to answer that for free.
And Social Security is not just limited to adults, it can affect your children too, is that
Yes,
correct?
you can. Well, that's a different type of benefit. There's Social Security disability and there's Social Security supplemental income. And basically, the disability part applies to, you know, if you were hurt and you know, and you have to collect those benefits. The other part has to do with whether or not you were hurt at, you know, not even at work, but somewhere else.
Michael, one more time, give us that phone number if somebody wants to track you down.
It's 1-800-518-4LAW, 4LAW.
Thank you, Michael. If you'd like to know more about how to track him down, that number again, 1-800-518-4LAW, or the website, o'connorlaw.com.